Hello, gorgeous humans. Your friendly OMFG here with a sprinkle of truth dust today. You know, nobody told me how many humans are trying to walk around trying to earn love, trying to earn approval, belonging, or the right to be chosen. And the trouble with that is, when we believe our worth lies in somebody else's hands, we start making decisions from fear. Now let that percolate at your goblin tea party for a moment. Yes, I said it. Fear. Fear of being left or being rejected, of not being enough, or of ending up alone. So we stay quiet. We say yes when we actually mean no. We shrink ourselves. We tolerate things that don't sit right, not because we're weak, because we're human. Because belonging matters, connection matters, and love matters. Sometimes it might look like laughing at jokes that hurt, ha 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 ha, pretending you're okay when you're actually not, staying longer than you should, and we've all done that. Accepting less than you deserve, making yourself smaller so someone else feels comfortable, or becoming whoever you think they need you to be instead of who you actually are. So what it sounds like is the effing disease, effing disease creeping in. You know, if I'm easier to love, if I'm less emotional, if I'm more successful, if I'm more attractive, more helpful, if I don't rock the boat, iffity-iffing, then maybe they'll choose me. Maybe I'll feel good enough. And you know, for a very fleeting moment, I actually considered shrinking this bit down. Then I decided that goblin thought could go and find a other hole to go down. Because maybe, just maybe, something in here will be the one sentence that hits for someone, that allows someone to recognise their inner voice in there. And here's what I wish someone had told us earlier. You should never have to trade pieces of yourself to keep someone in your life. Not your voice, not your values, not your boundaries, not your self-respect, and definitely, darlings, not your truth. Because real connection isn't built on abandoning yourself. It's built on bringing your whole self to the table and trusting that the people meant for you won't ask you to become less in order to stay. You know, maybe the whole lesson isn't how do I make them choose me? Maybe it's how do I choose myself first? Maybe instead of asking, what do I need to be so they choose me? We ask, what do I need to do to stay true to me? What if you trusted the discomfort of being honest more than the comfort of abandoning yourself? What if your job wasn't to earn belonging, but to belong to yourself first? So, my beautiful humans being human, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is this. Try catching yourself when you're about to abandon you to keep the peace, to avoid disappointing someone, to avoid being judged or being left. And ask yourself, ever so gently, of course, what would choosing me look like here? And let's be clear, we're not talking the self-righteous version, but the self-respecting, honest, coming home to yourself version. And remember, darlings, the people who are meant for you don't need you to become someone else to belong. Now go forth, beautiful human, and cause a few ripples. Take up the space you were born to take up. And know your gorgeous green fairy godmother is sending you an incredibly unreasonable amount of sparkles your way. Have a fabulous day, beautiful human, and know that I am in your corner.